Hi, welcome to Music with Gigi. I have a question for you. Do you have a garden? Do you? Do you have flowers in your yard or plants that you take care of? I have a lot of flowers on my dress today. It takes a lot of work to take care of plants, doesn't it? I want to tell you something really cool. I've had in my backyard for about 7 or 8 years now a grapevine. I love my grapevine. It is my pride and joy. Isn't that cool? I'm Middle Eastern, so we love grape leaves. You see, I just pick these leaves, and then we take the leaves and we stuff them with meat and rice, and we cook them, and it's so delicious. Sometimes, though, my leaves, the bugs get to them, so I have to make sure that I take care of my vine, and I clip away the ones that aren't any good. And sometimes I have to spray them because they've been attacked by critters, and that would hurt my vine. So it's a lot of work to take care of plants. Here's another plant that I have for the last 9 years. For me, that's a long time. And I have to make sure I give it water, and that the soil is good, and that when there's a leaf that looks like it's turning yellow or is dying, I gotta take it out to keep it healthy. It's a lot of work. Well, today we're going to learn about a special story that Jesus told. It's called the parable of the sower. You've heard it in church before. Every year the priest reads that gospel. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's different kinds of soil. A sower, someone who plants seeds, he went to sow, right? And he dropped the seeds along the way. Do you remember what happened? Well, some of those seeds fell by the wayside, and the birds of the air came and devoured them up. We can't see anything from those seeds, can we, if the birds devour them up? And some seed, they fell on stony ground. And you know what happened? The sprout came up, but there was no root. There was no root because of all the rocks, so poof, the plant is gone. And then some seed grew among the thorns. Let me show you one that I have in my own backyard. I'm planting some parsley. And as you can see, the weeds and thorns can take over. See, I have to pull out those weeds because this is not parsley. I don't think I should eat this. So I need to do a good job cleaning and pulling those weeds. What Jesus was saying is that some of the seeds that fall on that the weeds and the thorns choke them, that kind of represents like the cares of the world. Like when you think about other things like worldly cares, it chokes the word of God. You have to lay that aside. Lay aside earthly cares. But he said the good soil, like this one right here, the good soil is like those who hear the word of God and keep it. He said that this parable was a lesson so that we can say, we hear the word of God. Are we just gonna let the word of God fall by the wayside? When we hear the word of God preached by our priest, when we read our daily readings, are we going to ignore the word of God? Or are we going to be like the stones and receive it with gladness, but then we don't have root, so poof, it's gone? Are we going to let the cares of the world choke us? But the good soil is those of you who hear the word of God and you keep it, and you let that word of God, that seed, grow and turn into a plant. And it could be a grapevine that produces grapes or fruit, but it means producing fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit, which we've sung about before. So this song that we're going to sing today, it's called The Parable of the Sower. We'll sing it all the way through 2 times, so as you learn it, sing along with me. And maybe if you don't know the song, follow me along with my hand motions. It's called The Parable of the Sower. What kind of soil am I? What kind of soil am I? Think about what kind of soil you are. A sower went to sow a seed. Show me. Dropping them along the way. Down came the birds and they devoured them up, devoured them up. Bye-bye the seed, it went bye birdie bye. What kind of soil am I? What kind of soil am I? The stony ground's no good. Sprout comes out, then poof, it's gone. Ain't got no root. Say it, ain't got no root. The weeds and thorns, they choke it. The cares of the world are too much. Lay it aside and let God abide. What kind of soil am I? What kind of soil am I? The good soil hears the word of God and keeps it. Produces fruit, the sower comes and reaps it. Make room for the Lord and tend the garden of your soul. God, take control. What kind of soil am I? What kind of soil am I? What's the first one? Listen up. A sower went to sow a seed. Do it with me. Dropping them along the way. Show me a bird. Down came the birds and they devoured them up. Devoured them up. Bye bye the seed. It went bye birdie bye. What kind of soil am I? What kind of soil am I? What's the next one? Stony ground. The stony ground. The stony ground's no good. Sprout comes out, then poof, it's gone. Ain't got no root. Say it, ain't got no root. The weeds and thorns, they choke it. The cares of the world are too much. Lay it aside and let God abide. What kind of soil am I? What kind of soil am I? The good soil hears the word of God and keeps it. Produces fruit, the sower comes and reaps it. Make room for the Lord and tend the garden of your soul. God, take control. Show me God, take control. Yeah, good job. Way to go, guys. You know, you want to be good soil. That means sometimes when we sin and we do something or say something that we shouldn't say, it's like a weed that's popping up. And we have to take care of our soil and pull those weeds and confess when we sin. Fess up when we mess up. And water the garden of our soul through prayer. And if you can, fasting as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you guys next time on Music with Gigi. Bye-bye.